What's up, everybody? Dark 1985. There's levels to this. Quick video for you guys tonight. It is so nice. It is so nice when you get to see something come to fruition and you realize that you were right all along. When you realize that what you've been saying has been the truth, and when you realize that a lot of people that have been saying stuff against you have just been wrong, utterly wrong. And it's best when it's proven by facts and numbers and not opinions. So this is not an opinion based video. Forza Horizon 5 is proving exactly what I've been saying since the beginning of this generation. I have told you that no one buys a PlayStation for their exclusives. No one buys an Xbox for their exclusive. The only console that gets bought specifically for their exclusives is the Nintendo Switch. I've been telling you since the beginning of this generation. I've been telling you since the beginning of this generation that the PS5 is just simply the more popular console because of what the PS4 did. I told you this at the beginning of this generation, that the PS5 has been riding the coattails of the PS4. And these are all facts. These are all facts. They're writing franchises that came out on the PS3 even and PS4. So you're not going to tell me that the PS5 can stand on its own. It can't. It can't. And even right now, the PS5 can't even stand on its own when you're talking about games. It's got to rely on Xbox games to be even relevant and worthwhile. You understand what I'm saying? So I need you to listen to me when I explain this to you. Exclusives only benefit the company that the exclusive is for. That's it. It doesn't benefit anybody else. It doesn't benefit us as gamers. This whole stupid notion that it creates competition is the most idiotic thing I've heard in the world. I have no idea how the same people that tell you Netflix has exclusives so that you have to subscribe to Netflix, and then Hulu has exclusives so that you have to subscribe to Hulu. That creates competition. Those same idiots are the same idiots that are subscribed to both Netflix and Hulu, thinking that it's a good idea, when it probably would be better if all the shows were on one freaking Netflix or Hulu, and depending on what features they had, that's the one that you choose. That would make way more sense than this idiotic thing like, oh, it breeds competition to have stuff exclusive to whatever. Some idiots out there will dare to tell you like, oh, Burger King and McDonald's, that's why you can't get a Whopper at McDonald's. Well, guess what? Maybe I do want to be able to buy a Whopper at McDonald's. Wouldn't it be nice if I walked into a restaurant and a restaurant had everything that I could possibly desire that I could want? Wouldn't that be nice? But you see, in restaurants, it's a little bit more difficult because they got to specialize on specific things. They only have a certain number of ingredients, a certain number of chefs that know how to do certain things. So they specialize in specific things. That's a little bit different. These are video games. Could you imagine if you had to pay for an app to listen to hip hop music? You had to pay for another app to listen to reggaeton. You had to pay for another app to listen to jazz. You would feel stupid. Or R&B. I don't even know why I said jazz. Who listens to jazz nowadays? I don't even listen to jazz. Or if you had to pay for another app to listen to country, you would, but some of you idiots out there really believe that exclusivity helps you out as a gamer. It does not. And Forza Horizon 5 is also proving that exclusivity does not help Xbox. If exclusivity was to help Xbox, think about this. Why are there so many pre-orders for Forza Horizon 5? These people that are dying apparently to play Forza Horizon 5 could have been played it. They could have been played it. They could have played it on the Xbox years ago, but they didn't do that. No. As soon as Forza Horizon 5 stopped being exclusive, which you said is good, which you said breeds competition, which you said that's what Xbox should have done. As soon as it stopped being exclusive, now people that are on one box want to play it. Do you know why? Because that makes sense from the consumer sense. From the consumer's point of view, that makes sense. Why would I want to buy a whole bunch of separate boxes when I could buy one box that plays everything? Only idiots out there are all about buying separate boxes, thinking it breeds competition. Do you know how stupid you sound? Give me another scenario in entertainment where this happens. I'm begging you, could you imagine if Sony TVs only played Sony movies? That's exactly what you're saying, idiot. Could you imagine if Sony TVs only played Sony movies? What? Explain, make it make sense. exclusivity does not benefit us as the consumers. The PlayStation 5 Pro should sell on the merit of its PSSR and the higher power and all that other stuff, playing all games better. Not because it has games that are locked just to it. That doesn't help you and me. It doesn't help you and me. Now that Xbox is putting games everywhere, now that Xbox is putting games on the PS5, the Xbox consumer, all they got to do now is look at their box and it's for them to figure out themselves whether or not their box makes sense to them. If you are a true gamer, you would probably want to go where most games are. However, the reality is that most of you gamers out there, you're not in it for the games. You're in it for the ecosystem. Because God forbid all your trophies were gone tomorrow. Oh, you would lose. Your little heart would break. Tell me I'm lying. You play games to chase after trophies. You're not playing it for the enjoyment of the game. You play games to chase the achievement. You're not playing games for the enjoyment of the game. There's levels to this. And I'm not saying there's not, you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. If that's you, don't be offended by it. Get some thick skin. It is what it is. If you chase trophies, it is what it is. Don't be offended by it. That's you. Own up to it, okay? But all I'm saying is don't get up here and pretend. No. That ecosystem is what got you. You've been a PlayStation fan for this long, right? You started playing with them. Maybe during the PS3 era, maybe during that era where games were a little bit different and the machines were a little bit different. Maybe during that era, you bought games because they only ran on a specific console. But today, everything that can run on the PlayStation can run on the Xbox. Everything. You can argue which one's going to run it better. That's fine. But everything can run. Don't give me that. Forza Horizon Forbidden West, beautiful game. I'm sure that can run on the Xbox. It runs on the PS4. One of the games that PlayStation fans will tell you is one of the best looking games this generation runs on the PS4. I promise you it can run on the Xbox. So now the question is, why didn't Forza Horizon 5 make Xbox sell? All these pre-orders that people bought on the PlayStation 5, right, should have been purchases of an Xbox. If what you say is true, that exclusive matters and exclusive sells games. And if you're going to be dumb enough to say, well, Doc, one game is just not going to do it, shut your mouth and watch what happens when Starfield goes over to PlayStation. Shut your mouth and watch what happens when Halo goes over to PlayStation. Shut your mouth and watch what happens when Gears goes over to PlayStation. Oh, every single pre-order, every single sale of everything that is an Xbox game, right? I'm talking about games that were already on Xbox, that was exclusive, should have brought people over, but it didn't. Why? Because you don't buy a PlayStation for their exclusives. You buy a PlayStation for the same reason that you buy an Apple iPhone. Because you're a sheep. Bah! Doc 1985, there's levels to this. We out. Peace.